hedge fund billionaire and GOP donor, Paul Singer. He says Donald Trump's presidency, if he were to be president, could create a global depression. I repeat, a depression. Art Laffer is with us this morning, former economic advisor to Ronald Reagan. Is Mr. Singer in any way accurate, Art? Depression globally?
Well, I don't think he has the information that would allow him to forecast that. From all I see of Donald Trump on the taxes on corporations and taxes on individuals, it would be just the reverse. So I don't know what Paul's talking about. I know Paul fairly well, and he's a heck of a good guy, and he's a very good money manager. But I think he's wrong on this.
But he could be referring to Donald Trump's stance on trade. He is now flat out a protectionist. He's talking about tariffs on people bringing imports into America. That's a reversal of 50 years of economic policy in America. Maybe that's what Mr. Singer's referring to.
Well, maybe he is, but that's also what Hillary Clinton stands for unabashedly, and Bernie Sanders. I mean, the way I read it, Donald Trump is probably less protectionist than either of those two. And while I am very afraid of trade protection legislation and actions, I don't think that's what's going to happen under Donald Trump. I really don't.
Why
I don't
not?
think Congress would
he's come right out and said it. I mean, the man has said it. Tariffs on stuff coming into America.
His latest speech did not say tariffs on all those products. By the way, he's been modifying his position over time, and I don't want to defend him on his trade positions, please. But all I see is I see him evolving, and all politicians, I mean, every single one of them, does not have a clue as to what trade's all about. Trade's not about jobs, it's about creating valuable income where we can diversify what we produce and raise our income levels dramatically. And whenever we put on protectionist legislation, there has never been an improvement in jobs, but there has been a huge destruction of the value of income and has caused decline. So you're absolutely right. Protectionism is wrong, wrong, wrong. But I don't think Trump's worse.
Is there any way that you can figure out from what Donald Trump has said that he could, in fact, bring back steel worker jobs to the Pittsburgh area or other heavy-duty manufacturing jobs to other parts of the country? Can he bring those jobs back, do you really think?
Of course he can, but not by putting on protectionist legislation, by lowering that corporate tax rate to 15%. That'll bring them back really quickly. You know, the reason we don't produce jobs is not rocket surgery. Is if you have two locations, A and B, you raise taxes in B and you lower them in A, producers and manufacturers are going to move from B to A. That's what's happened in this world, Stuart, and it's a tragedy, and if he reverses that, we'll bring jobs back. If he puts on tariffs, it'll hurt the economy. That's all there is to it.
Well, you and Steve Moore, please get to Mr. Trump and sort him out about protectionism and tariffs.
By the time he's president, Stuart, these people evolve on this. Trade is not a natural intellectual area for anyone other than economists, and all economists, left and right, agree that free trade is the right way to go because we study the subject. And he will move towards that, I am sure. I'd be very disappointed if he doesn't, but Ronald Reagan moved towards that very nicely, and I think Donald Trump will too.
Okay, a moment of reassurance from Art Laffer. Stay there. I've got